This time on Woody's Garage. Start me up, baby.
So this video is on the 33290E or 23220 starter. It's 3-bolt for, like, this is a 5 horsepower Tecumseh. But one thing I want to do today is see if we can get this electric starter unbound. The bendix, that is. This is what it does. The motor's spinning, but the gear is not engaging. So we got to take these screws off here. This will just make it easier because it all kind of comes off together. And then on this, all you need to do is take off the bottom 2 bolts. And you can see those bolts right under here. And they're 3/8, or you can use a Phillips, but it usually pivots from the top, although this one looks like there's a single bolt above here. You can see that right there. I think you got to loosen that, and then it will slide out of there. And of course, different size. (7/16). Okay, well, we got it all the way out, and out it comes. Now, like I was saying, take out the 2 screws in the top to hold the umbilical cord, the electrical cord, going up to the switch. But this is all you really need to get at, and you can see that that is rusty as all heck. So, let's spray it down with some PB Blaster. Yeah, when they're this bad, it's hard to bring them back. It really is. Although the gear turns on the shaft, it's right here where all the buildup is. Yeah, I'll let that soak there. Probably take a wire brush to it. If I can find one here. Looking like it's doing a lot of good. Yeah, we'll keep at it. Basically, that's kind of the deal. Yeah, this thing's so bad. I'm going to try to scratch some of the rust off with a screwdriver while the sun burns my back. Yeah, a whole lot of tapping and cleaning, and you can see it's going in a little bit. Kind of tapping down just with a screwdriver, you know, moving around another one, tapping it this way, trying to tap it this way. Yeah, little by little, I think it's loosening up. Now there's a gear inside of here, and I'm not quite sure if you can take this rubber thing off. I don't think you're supposed to. But I'm going to keep working at it, and I'll show you any kind of progress that I make. Yeah, that's what we use, white lithium grease, to get it down in between this rubber. Just held it open with a screwdriver a little bit and shot some in there. And now you're starting to see the worm gear in there. You know, like a little more all the time. So I would say I'm making good progress on it now. just keep, you know, tapping around and trying different things. The thing about penetrating oil is that it's not really a lubricant. It's made as more of a, well, a lubricant solvent to, you know, get in there. It's not really made to then lubricate it. You really need something else. And in this case with starters, I mean, like, this is kind of stuck right now, but a lot of the time I find that, like, grease is good because it's like more permanent. It's going to kind of stay there. And the lithium grease is very, you know, it's weird shit, but it, you know, it's kind of like stays there. So we're going to keep working on this thing. Okay, what I got going now is I got this screwdriver just pushing against the shaft there to kind of hold it in place. I tapped it in there very lightly. I mean, tap, 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 that's it. And now I'm hitting this gear also very lightly.
Just smash it, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, see, the screwdriver's coming out now. Get in there. And now we'll bring it back. I mean, it definitely looks like it should thread in further. There's just crap on the gears. But I mean, that's moving in a lot further than it was. So, you know, we'll keep trying to do that. It's probably, you know, there's junk in there, and it's having a hard time cleaning itself, getting out of there. I mean, probably the smartest thing to do would be to totally take it apart, but I don't want to risk the brushes popping out, not being able to reseat, and, you know, la-di-da-di-do. Okay, one thing that would have been really handy on this, and I don't have any, is brake cleaner. You know, I mean, you put oil on here, you use the brush to get the rust down, and then you kind of go like this, and the rust kind of goes back underneath this in a thinner like form. So it would be good to keep everything clean, keep washing everything down. So right now, which is unadvisable, I'm just using gasoline to clean the parts off. I mean, look at how they're snapping back now. So forget everything I said and use a solvent instead of lubricants, I guess. Or a combination of, you know. But you got to make sure that shaft is going to, you know, not get all rusty again as soon as it goes out there and rain and snow gets in there. Because then it's just going to bind up again. So I'm still going to try to flush it out like a little more. Get this gas out of the basement. And look, we have it all the way down to the base, so it does go that far. It bottoms out. Still, I would like to be able to, you know, get it cranked all the way down and have the thing just spring back. So, and we're almost there. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll put it back on the machine and see if it works. That's what you want to see. Okay, it's back on the machine. I also blew it out with compressed air, which would also be a help besides the solvents and stuff like that to clean the gunk out. I took the spark plug out of this so that it'll turn over faster and it won't start, so that we can just test it to see if it engages. Now we got to see if it also disengages. Let's put the spark plug back in and start it up. Alright, I just put a little bit of gas down the spark plug hole because I don't want to fill up the tank, because you don't want gas sitting around. And then the throttle up. That should be good. Don't see any problems with that at all.